Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moletrap, and I'm here again with Diggity and Cholera. We're going to be doing game 2 now of BeSt versus Stork, and I have to admit I'm feeling a little bit sad watching my boy Stork, good old dinosaur toss, losing game 1. It was a tough game. It was a close game. He almost pulled it out, but not quite. Not quite. But this is his game. Stork is going to win this game instead. This is on Medusa, and it was a really close matchup. I think Stork had a little bit of missed micro that lost him the game in the first game, but I have faith he can come back.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty crazy map. It is Medusa. There's that big open space in the middle. It's not buildable, so I don't know that cheese will be as viable. You come across with probes in the middle. I'm sure that Stork this time is going to be checking for cheese. I mean, you got to at this stage. BeSt is going to be starting at the 6 o'clock location. In yellow, we have Stork starting at the 3 o'clock location. I think that was blue, having trouble telling on this map, and I didn't quite get the color to start. Anyway, this is going to be pretty zealot-heavy map in my opinion. If I recall, Medusa does not have a ramp, and it's pretty close locations, so usually zealots can be very, very strong. And honestly, I think between the two, seeing game 1, BeSt's got to have an advantage, showing some very, very, very superior zealot micro in game 1. So Stork's going to have his work cut out for him.
Yeah, I have to say, Stork looked very good in game 1, and the thing is, BeSt is just better, and maybe BeSt playing Stork allowed BeSt to see really what Stork has to offer, and he basically just outdid him in that first game, especially with that surprise opening. Looks like both players are going to place pylons inside their base. Another thing that can be possible in this map, of course, is trying to either trick a probe through the temples that lead to the expansion behind one's base on the ramp, or trying to actually break those temples and then getting behind the main base. Both are actual options on this map, but we'll see if either player decides to use it. We actually have seen a lot of Protosses go relatively fast expand on this map because the choke away from the natural is quite easy to hold against just Dragoons. However, if you do that, of course, you have to face an inevitable counterattack or an inevitable attack from your opponent once he realizes you've expanded. So we'll see. We'll see if either player decides to go for a relatively fast expand after gateways, or if they both go for the robo first. Looks like both are probably going to pick up their gases. No, actually, slight deviation here. Stork going for the slightly faster tech. He's actually going to get gas first before core, whereas BeSt is going to pick up that extra pylon, get a couple more probes. It could converge again, but that is a small difference in their two builds as it starts out.
Right, and I think another thing BeSt might even be thinking of, well, no, now he's going to take his gas. I was thinking he might be thinking about taking an expansion, which would be a little bit silly considering the high pressure of last game, I think, actually. And also considering that he saw Stork's probe coming in to scout him. So Stork's going to get that early scout, and BeSt is not. So maybe that's what he was doing, was saving his gas for... is that a Manor Pylon? It must be a Manor Pylon. BeSt wouldn't put his own pylon in a bad place, I guess. It doesn't look like it's disrupted any... It's blocked on the mineral patch. Oh no, another Manor Pylon going down! Very nicely done by Stork. 2 Manor Pylons, he's going to let one warp in. It's blocking a mineral patch, but didn't catch any probes. The second one, though, catches a probe or 2. So, really, BeSt actually mining it at two patches short right now, at 7 patches. So, yeah. But he's going to have one cleared up in just a second. But Stork putting the pressure on this time. He said, last game, you put the pressure on me. This time it's going back on you, buddy. I'm going to put the pressure on you instead. This time he's the one that's going to go in there, damaging one of the probes with his probe so that he can come in with the Zealot and finish it off. Unfortunately, Stork does lose his probe in there. But his Zealot is coming in now, probably going to pick off a couple probes here. It's going to be down to, let's see if BeSt has better probe micro or not. He does manage to pull his probes away from that Zealot so far, but... again, that's just more mining time that's being stopped right there, and BeSt attacking his own Nexus by accident. So, man, at this rate, it looks like Stork's going to be able to come back here and put the pressure back on BeSt and do something else. But oh, okay, I thought BeSt was going to put something proxy up in Stork's base, but Stork just sees that probe, so never mind.
I like this from Stork. He's putting on pressure. He went that early gas, so he's thinking about going probably Observer first into Reaver, taking that quick tech advantage and maybe basically essentially doing what happened last game to him, where BeSt had that Reaver out first. Maybe he'll this time be able to put pressure on when BeSt does not have a Reaver. That may be the case because he's managed to push up, do a lot of damage. BeSt went for Pylon before Assimilator, and on top of that, he's had to produce more Zealots than I think he wanted to. No, actually, I take it back. That might be a third gateway. I think that is a third gateway right there. So he's just going to go, wow, straight Dragoons at this stage. He's just going to go quick, push, tech. And so needing that gas early just to go crazy tech quick, and he really needs to make sure that that scout doesn't go in. Otherwise, I do think BeSt will be able to react to it. And also, a lot of it's going to come down to timing because again, Reaver's very awesome,
Simo
killing
kill.
each other, suicide,
Fourth
gate
gateway.
goons, sorry, and.
Wow.
BeSt, I thought that was another gateway. For a second there, just by the every once in a while, you know, when they not there, sometimes you think it might be a pylon. It's hard to tell on YouTube sometimes. Point being is if BeSt stays at one gateway or even just two gateways, he's going to get run over. Even the Reaver, I don't know that it'll help. He needs to scout this, and he needs to scout this desperately. Otherwise, he is going to lose.
Well, I mean, it depends on what he does here. If he gets the scout in, that is going to be really important. Stork is not going to have that much of a massive advantage for a little bit. For about 2 minutes, he'll be at equal numbers, and then suddenly he'll get this big boost as his first Dragoons come out of each of those 4 gateways. Now, we saw the Rock try to do this against BeSt on this very same map, I remember, and he got completely worked there. You know, BeSt just didn't give him a chance. You know, when the Rock went for this crazy 3-gate rush. Now Stork is going to be one attempting it. We're going to have to see. This is going to come down to pure micro, I think, pretty soon between the Dragoons of Stork and the Dragoons of BeSt. BeSt probably will be able to barely get out a shuttle, I think, and a Reaver by the time Stork attacks. We'll have to see, though. Looks like he's gone Observer first. This is not going to help him at all, actually. So Stork might take this game very quickly, and an expansion. Oh, man. This is going to be really bad for BeSt.
Yeah, Stork is in a really good place right here. You're right, though, about how he only has kind of a small window of opportunity, but Jesus, look at that. He's got 6 Dragoons out now, 4 gateways pumping. BeSt only has 3 Dragoons. He's going to have 4 in a second here, and I think BeSt realizes right this very moment. It's too bad we couldn't see his face there. He has been caught off guard with an expansion, which he's probably had to cancel. I'm not sure. He's got observers popping out to see absolutely his own doom that he already knew was coming. And look at this Stork fighting in here. 6 Dragoons, 7 Dragoons, absolutely pummeling BeSt Dragoons. BeSt now with 0 Dragoons. Dragoons on probe action. Wow. Stork has, in fact, look at this, Dragoons just being rallied straight into BeSt's base right now. And probes are very, very valiant units, but when it's just probes versus Dragoons, it's not much of a matchup here. And in the meantime, BeSt's economy, which he was trying to get a superior economy, now being slaughtered, and he doesn't even have that expansion anymore. Yeah, there's GG. Stork putting it back on BeSt, putting the pressure back on, tying the series up 1-1.
Oh, this wasn't a ramp map where, again, a smaller force could fight off a bigger force. BeSt going Observatory first, which is pretty standard Protoss versus Protoss, and then trying to, sneak that expansion. He thought Stork was playing the standard game. Stork was going for the kill, putting down 4 gateways, pumping Dragoons, just running BeSt over. BeSt, there was a window of opportunity, perhaps, where Stork could have lost if he was very, very slow, which I don't see him being, with an Observer coming in and seeing the gateways, and even then I don't know, with just the 2, maybe if he had 3 gateways up at that stage, but honestly, yeah, Stork really brutalizing BeSt there. Beautiful goon micro, and I think that was a really clever build on his part.
I mean, I think one thing that could have saved BeSt was a while before then. He had a probe behind Stork's base, but he didn't micro it. He allowed a single Zealot to kill it, actually. And without that intelligence, really, that was his downfall. If he had tried to sneak another probe in, perhaps using the temple trick, you can use 2 probes to get another probe behind there. Maybe he would have been able to spot it. But without the intelligence, I mean, this shows how much information is important. And with that early scouting probe dead, he just couldn't see it. And Stork knew it. Stork knew that BeSt didn't know. And so he went for the audacious build. And looks like he's managed to tie up the series with this. But, you know, we're going to have to see, though, in Game 3 whether BeSt can come back. Hope you guys enjoyed. GG.